Welcome to Home Care Resource. We're trusted advisors, Kira Antoffer and Edward Peterson.
And today, we're talking about a different approach to growing your home care agency. Stop selling home care, start selling solutions. In a crowded private pay market, telling referral sources that you provide great caregivers and compassionate care simply isn't enough. The real question is, why should they choose you?
Show you how to shift from asking for referrals to identifying real client problems, developing specialized solutions, and building relationships with professionals who already serve those clients.
Because the goal isn't simply to get more referrals, it's to build higher value relationships that generate better cases, more service hours, and sustainable growth. Well, let's get started.
If you own a home care agency and you're frustrated because your marketing efforts aren't translating into service hours quickly enough, this conversation is for you. We hear some version of this all the time. I'm networking, I'm visiting referral sources, I'm going to events, I'm dropping off brochures, I'm meeting people, but it's taking forever to actually build the business. And there's a reason for that. Traditional home care marketing is usually built around one basic idea: building relationships and ask for referrals. There's nothing inherently wrong with relationship marketing. Relationships matter enormously in home care. Problem is that relationship building without a compelling business development strategy can take a very long time.
And there's another problem. Think about what most agencies are saying when they walk into a referral source. We're a home care agency. We have great caregivers. We provide excellent care. We're dependable. We're compassionate. We'd love an opportunity to serve your clients. That's essentially what every other home care agency is saying. So the referral source is sitting there thinking, okay, but why you?
Yeah. So that's the question. It's why Edwin and I teach what we call solution sales and marketing. Fundamental shift is very simple. Stop leading with the service you provide, start with the problem you solve. You're not trying to sell somebody home care. You're identifying a problem affecting a specific population and developing a home care solution around that problem. When you identify the professionals who already serve people experiencing that problem, that's entirely different sales conversation.
For example, imagine you're meeting with a professional fiduciary. Instead of saying, hi, we're ABC Home Care and we'd like to become one of your referral sources, what if you could say, we've developed a specialized care solution for professional fiduciaries who are managing vulnerable older adults living alone. It helps identify changes in condition, reduce avoidable safety issues in the home, and gives the fiduciary better visibility into what's happening with the client between visits. Now you've given that fiduciary a reason to continue the conversation because you're talking about their problem.
And that's where specializations become so important. Most home care agencies are capable of providing a wide variety of services. Being capable of doing everything doesn't mean you should market everything. Instead, ask what problems exist in our market that families or the professionals advising those families really need someone to solve. That could lead to specializations such as dementia and cognitive decline, post hospital recovery, fall prevention, and home safety, living in place, long distance family caregiving, professional fiduciary support, care transitions and relocation, high touch concierge care, or even very specific problems such as continence and incontinence support. We've helped agencies think through programs like our fresh and dry concept, for example. Point isn't simply to create another brochure. You're creating expertise around a problem.
Then we reverse the traditional network marketing. Instead of asking who can refer home care clients to me, we ask who already serves the exact people who need this particular solution. Now your target market network becomes much more focused. Depending upon the specialization, that target market focus might include wealth managers, professional fiduciaries, financial advisors, elder law attorneys, trust and estate professionals, senior real estate specialists, aging life care professionals, discharge planners, rehabilitation professionals, or other professionals involved in major decisions affecting older adults.
And this is particularly important in the private pay market. Think about a wealth manager. That wealth manager may have spent 20 or 30 years building relationships with clients. Those clients trust their advisor with some of the most important decisions of their lives. Eventually, some of those conversations aren't simply about investment anymore. It could be about mom, dad, spouse with dementia, whether someone can remain at home, whether it's time to sell the house, or how to manage care when the adult children live 2,000 miles away. Suddenly, home care becomes a part of a much larger wealth, family, and aging conversation. The question is, has your agency positioned itself to become a trusted solution inside that conversation?
We've seen the difference this approach can make with agencies we've worked with. One of the patterns we've seen is that when an owner stops trying to market to everybody and becomes very clear about who they want to serve and what problem they want to solve, their business development conversations become much easier. We've worked with agency owners who initially struggled just to get meetings with professional referral sources. Once they developed a specialization, they weren't calling to introduce another home care company anymore. They had a something specific to talk about.
We've also seen clients take this approach into professional networks that they previously weren't pursuing at all. Instead of concentrating almost exclusively on the traditional hospital, skilled nursing, and senior living referral channels, they began building relationships with professionals such as fiduciaries, financial professionals, senior real estate specialists, and other trusted advisors. And we've seen the results when the right relationship produces the right case. One strong professional relationship doesn't necessarily produce a 2 day, 4 hour per day case. Introduce an agency to a family looking for substantially weekly care, sometimes for months or years. That's why we teach owners to think beyond simply counting referrals. We want them to think about weekly service hours, lengths of service, and total case value. A referral isn't necessarily valuable because you received it. It's valuable because of the quality and longevity of the case it produces.
So let's make this practical. Suppose you've decided to specialize in helping affluent older adults safely age in place. Who potentially is in that ecosystem?
A wealth manager, a fiduciary, an estate planning attorney, a senior real estate professional, an aging life care professional, maybe a home modification specialist.
Exactly. And notice what we're doing. We're building a network around a client problem rather than randomly collecting referral sources.
And now imagine bringing those professionals together. Instead of asking each one individually to send you business, you begin becoming a connector within that network. You introduce the real estate specialist to the fiduciary. You introduce the fiduciary to the wealth manager. You bring in an expert to educate everyone about dementia, aging in place, protecting vulnerable older adults. Now you're not just another vendor asking for referrals, you're contributing value to an ecosystem of professionals who all serve the same population. It's much closer to becoming a trusted advisor than being another home care salesperson.
Right? And none of this means you shouldn't be doing digital marketing because you should. The two strategies can actually reinforce one another.
Absolutely. So, exactly. Because specializations gives digital marketing something more, much more powerful to market. Instead of another advertisement saying, passionate home care you can trust, which sounds almost identical to thousands of other agencies. You can create content around actual problems. For example, 5 warning signs mom may no longer be safe living alone, or how long distant families can manage on aging parents' care. Another example is what fiduciaries should know when arranging home care for a vulnerable client. And another one, returning home after rehabilitation, what families should have in place during the first 72 hours. Now, your digital marketing and professional network are telling the same story.
So, if you're an agency owner watching this, we'd encourage you to sit down with your team and answer 4 questions.
So, number one, what specific problem are we exceptionally positioned to solve?
Number 2, which clients experience that problem frequently enough that it represents a meaningful market?
Number three, which professionals already advise, manage, or influence those clients?
And number 4, what can we bring to those professionals that is valuable enough to earn conversation and eventually earn their trust?
Mm, that's the essence of solution sales. It's not about attending more networking events. It's about handing out more, or it's not about handing out more brochures. And it's certainly not about asking more people, will you send me referrals? It's about becoming very intentional about the problem, the solution, client, and the professional network surrounding that client.
Because when you become known for solving a meaningful problem, the referral conversation changes. You're no longer simply asking someone for business, you're giving them another resource for solving problems for their clients.
And that's the distinction we want home care owners to understand. Don't just build a home care agency that provides services, build an agency that is known for solutions. That's how you begin differentiating yourself in an increasingly crowded private pay marketplace. I'm Kira Antoffer.
And I'm Edwin Peterson, and we're with Home Care Resource. If this approach resonates with you, subscribe to the channel. We'll be sharing more practical strategies for growing, operating, and differentiating a successful home care agency. And if you'd like to learn how we teach the complete solution selling and marketing process, you'll find information about Home Care Resource on the next slide. So we'll see you in the next video.
If you're ready to move beyond traditional referral marketing and build a more intentional, solutions focused growth strategy, we'd love to work with you. Join us for our 2-day solution selling and marketing strategies live course, where Edwin and I will show you how to differentiate your agency, build higher value professional relationships, and turn those relationships into sustainable growth. Visit the link on the screen, email us, or give us a call to learn more.
Stop selling home care and start selling solutions. We hope to see you at an upcoming training.
Bye bye.